watching Rainbow Rocks Beauty. Today's tutorial is based on Miley Cyrus Viva Glam collection by MAC. It's this beautiful pink lipstick with a matching like sparkly pink lip glass. And I thought they were just like a really beautiful combination, so I got them. I wanted to base this look off of kind of like Miley's makeup style nowadays, which a lot of times is like red or just a really bright lip and then like super simple eyes with really on point lashes. And I haven't actually seen her wearing this look that I'm wearing, like with the coral and the crease, but I just thought it would be something that she would wear, and so that's how I created this look. This is a super simple eye look with really pretty lashes and really pretty lips. I think it'll be really wearable and beautiful for the average woman. And I think that's all I've got to say. So please thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get on to the video. I hope you enjoy. So for the eyes, I'm starting with Makeup Geek's Beaches and Cream. I'm already primed, by the way. On the Sonia Kashuk 109, which is a nice and affordable blending brush, and I just dust that into my crease. This is a very light shade, just like one tone darker than my skin and a little bit warmer and more peachy. So it's going to be a nice transition shade for all the peaches and corals later. I just use windshield wiper motions to blend it into the crease initially, and then on the outer corner of my crease I use circular motions and I just blend so that the color diffuses pretty far outward on that outer part, almost like we're blending toward the tail of the brow. Next, I pick up Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie on the same brush. I use the same blending motions as with Beaches and Cream, back and forth through the crease so the color is blended there, and then circular motions as I reach the outer part, so that it's really blown out in that area. Also, by the way, my brows and foundation are also done if you were wondering. On the same exact brush, I'm picking up Coral by MAC. This is exactly how it sounds, just a straight up coral color. I apply this directly into the outer part of my crease. I keep my brush in that general outer area until all the color has been deposited. That's when I move back and forth and up. You want most of the color to be focused right in that crease for optimal dimension. I continue to keep picking up that eyeshadow on the brush, and I keep deepening up that crease until it's noticeably deeper than the rest of the eye. Next, I grab a clean blending brush. I'm just using one by BH Cosmetics. I just go over the entire thing from inner to outer corner of the crease using circular motions to smoke out and diffuse all of the shadows. This also helps to mix them together and to add that gradient effect. For my eyeliner, I'm taking my Sigma EO5, which is a pointed liner brush, with Maybelline Gel Liner in Blackest Black. I'm not going to do a wing because more often than not, Miley does not have one. I focus the liner on the outer corner and pretty much create a curved triangle shape that connects the outer corner of my eyeball to the highest point of my lash line. This creates a doe-eyed effect and makes the eyes look larger with very minimal effort. Then I just look up and I tightline my upper waterline so there's just some definition up there. I don't take it all the way to the innermost corner of the tear duct though, because I don't want that look to become super dramatic. Now I'm applying mascara just to prep for falsies. I'm using L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black because it's just the best. Since I'll be gluing on my falsies underneath, I'm making sure to hit every single lash so there's a solid base for the falsies to stick to. These lashes are the Ardell 206s. They're basically a double stacked lash, but they're more piecey and wispy rather than full and dark, which is what I want so that I can mimic Miley's natural lashes. Under eye concealer next, I'm applying Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair to my dark circles and then blending it out with my Real Techniques contour brush, but really it's more ideal for blending concealer. I tap first to disperse the concealer, and then I use downward tapping motions to make sure it fades smoothly into my foundation. Then I run the brush back and forth because blending it that way prevents creasing. Then take any setting powder and just tap it all over those under eye circles to prevent creasing further throughout the day. I want to keep my under eyes minimal, so I'm just placing a nude pencil in my waterline so it doesn't look too red. This is the NYC Liner Duet in Unforgettable, and I'm obviously using the skin colored side. Then I'm just using the same mascara as before to coat my bottom lashes. I pack on quite a few coats so that they look as voluminous as the falsies up top. For my eye highlighting, I'm using this Sephora brand eyeshadow called Aspen Summit. It's a shimmery white. Using the clean fluffy brush from earlier, I'm dusting this underneath my brow bone and on the inner corner of my eye. As I've said before, if you start with small amounts of shadow and build slowly, you won't have anything too stark or harsh and it will blend itself. To line my lips, I'm using NYX Retractable Lip Liner in Hot Pink. It's a lot cooler tone than the actual Viva Glam lipstick, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cover the lip line anyways. I just like to overdraw my cupid's bow slightly, and lining my lips with something beforehand makes it so that I can just fill the lines with the lippy later. Everything on my face is already done. I did my contour and highlight pretty much as normal. My routine for that is in the description box below. For blush, I used Milani Baked Blush in Coralina just to keep the coral theme alive. Once the lips are completely lined, it's time for the centerpiece of the look, Miley Cyrus Viva Glam. I just fill my lips all the way up to the lip line, which is pretty simple since I already have it mapped out. And then I'm taking the matching lip gloss, a sparkly Barbie pink, and I'm placing that over the entire lips. I find that with MAC lip glosses, you have to really keep dipping the applicator back into the tube over and over to get the entire lips looking glossy and sparkly. And that's it for the Miley Viva look. If you buy any pink lipstick from MAC, buy this one or any Viva Glam because it's for a good cause. Thank you for watching and subscribe so you don't miss my next tutorial. Bye!